Hey, welcome. So, if you've spent any time at all in crypto, you've definitely seen it. Projects offering these insane returns that just seem to pop up out of thin air. It's like a magic money hose, right? Well, today we're going to follow that hose all the way back to the source and figure out where the value really comes from. This is honestly one of the most important questions you can ever ask in this space. I mean, when you're earning a yield, where is that money being generated? Is it all just hype? Is it just new investors paying off the old ones? Or is there a real, actual, sustainable business hiding behind the curtain? Let's find out. All right, to understand all this, we're going to start with something super simple. Something we can all picture, right? A classic lemonade stand. Believe it or not, this little business holds the key to unlocking this entire concept of what we call real yield. The main idea here is it's simple, but it's powerful. This isn't money just appearing out of nowhere. It's a real exchange of value. You provide a product, awesome lemonade, and in return, people give you money. That's it. That's the foundation of any real sustainable business. You can break it down into these three basic steps. First, you've got your costs. You got to buy the lemons, the sugar, the cups. Then you have your revenue. That's the cash you get from selling the lemonade. And the difference between those two? That's your profit. It's a real-world business model. No tricks, no smoke and mirrors, just business. So how in the world does a lemonade stand connect to crypto? Okay, let's imagine a protocol. For this example, we'll just call it Plazm. And let's see how this exact same business principle can build a whole crypto empire. So think of Plazm as like the CEO of a huge lemonade franchise. When you invest, you're not just buying some random token. No, you're actually funding a system that puts your money to work in a real revenue-generating activity. It's like you're helping set up lemonade stands all over town. And the profits from all those lemonade sales, they don't just vanish into thin air. They flow right back into the system, usually in the form of something called USDC. You can just think of that as a digital dollar. And this is so important. Your rewards aren't being paid in some crazy new coin that could be worthless tomorrow. They're paid in a stable currency that holds its value. And this is where the whole concept gets really powerful. See, not all yield is created equal, not even close. So let's look at the huge difference between a real sustainable model and, well, one that's basically designed to fail. Here it is, the big difference. On one side, you've got what we can call the candy game. Its rewards are funded completely by new people joining and putting their money in. It's a house of cards, you know? It's going to collapse the second people stop showing up. But on the other side, you've got the lemonade stand. It's generating profit from an actual business. It doesn't need a constant stream of new investors, so it can just keep on running, sustainably, pretty much forever. This right here is the main takeaway. Real yield means your rewards are coming from actual money-making activities, not just from shuffling coins around or relying on pure hype to attract the next buyer. It's a huge shift in the quality and the long-term health of a crypto project. Okay, so our Plazm Lemonade empire is making real profit. That's great, but how does that cash actually get back to you, the person holding the token? Well, it's not always a direct deposit into your account. Instead, a lot of protocols use this really clever mechanism to boost the value of what you're holding. Let's just use a really simple example. Imagine you and 9 of your friends each put in 1 ETH back when it was worth $2,000. Okay, so that's a starting pot of 20 grand that our Plazm protocol gets to put to work in its lemonade business. Now, let's say after a year, that business has generated $4,000 in profit. That's a solid 20% return. This is real money earned from the system's business activities. So what does Plazm do with this cash? This is where the magic happens. It's a process called buy and burn. The protocol takes that $4,000 in real profit, goes out onto the open market, and buys back its own tokens. Then, and this is the critical part, it burns them. It sends them to an address where they are locked up forever, completely removed from the supply. So what's the effect of all that? Well, it's just basic supply and demand, right? By constantly shrinking the total supply of tokens, the ones that you're holding become rarer. And when something is rarer, it's usually more valuable. It's a really powerful way to return value to you. Instead of just giving you a cash dividend, the protocol makes the asset you already own worth more. So let's wrap all of this up into one big idea. What is the secret behind real yield that really sets it apart from all the noise out there? It's really this simple. A real yield protocol is running a profitable business on the side. It then takes those profits from outside the system and uses them to make your tokens more scarce and, in theory, more valuable. There's no fairy dust. It's not a magic trick. It's just a time-tested business model that's now being applied to crypto. And this all leads to one final, really important question. I mean, we've been using this lemonade stand analogy the whole time, but what is this business in the actual world of crypto? What are these protocols really doing to make all this money? Well, the most common answer is a fascinating concept called liquidity providing, and that's exactly what we're going to break down in our next explainer. See you then.